All right, people, welcome back. How are we doing? I'm doing a little painting thing here of from the Monster Hunter World box, the Ancient Forest box. I had painted up three of the monsters already. The Great Jagras, the Toby Kadachi, Anjanath, and this is the last one, Rathalos. I didn't do videos on the first three. I don't have a good reason why I didn't. Kind of short-sighted of myself. I actually did Anjanath live on TikTok and had a few people on that. I tried streaming Toby Kadachi on Twitch. But I don't know what's going on with Twitch. I have connectivity issues with Twitch. It keeps dropping me out every few minutes or so. It'll drop my connection, but my connection normally is rock solid. Any other given day, I've got no connection issues at all. So I'm not sure what the issue is with Twitch, but for Rathalos here, I thought I would do it on here for you guys. I already put down a couple base coats with just a large, cheap brush. And I did a mix of scarlet, watered down, and then I put a couple drops of basalt gray in it just to kind of darken it up to get this coloration. And then on the underside, I did actually bone white out of the game color range. Bone white for this. It has a kind of a cream color is what I'm going after. I've used a lot of sources online to try to come up with a color scheme. I've played the Monster Hunter World game, and the scheme that I like is the one where it's like a cream color on the bottom and red on top. If you've watched the Monster Hunter movie, I have a great picture from that where it's got cream on both sides with some red accents where the tendons join the wingtips. Here are some red highlights. Come on, focus. So like here, let me get a brush here. So like through here, it would be red, and down here in the creases, it's cream. I don't know how I feel about that one. So I think I'm just going to go with red on top, cream on the bottom. There is black designs on the wings, both on the top and on the bottom here. So I'm going to have to freehand those. And there's some great texture here. I actually had to fill in some gaps. So I had some green stuff fill in through here and then also up through here. So I created texture using my silicone tools to add those. So it turned out really well when I glued these on. So this is probably going to be a little bit of a longer video. It might even be a two-parter, just depending on my mood and how we're doing here. But so besides the designs, on the wings. It has a lot of black accents on the main scales going down the body and on the face, and on the neck and stuff. So, like on the legs and everything. So it's definitely, it gives that red dragon feel, which is what I'm trying to go for, and kind of go that route. So, and then once I get this one finished up, I'm going to do another video showcasing all 4 of the monsters and put that on here as well, so we can kind of go through it all. But one of the things I want to do is, I just noticed I've got a little crevice down there where I missed my paint last night. So we're going to get that filled in real quick and have that start drying while we get going here. I did want to talk about, I had with my kids, we did start playing with the kiddos, and we've done, like, we did an initial just playthrough real quick of them versus a monster, just to see how it played, how it went, and kind of go through there. I'm saying a lot. I do apologize for that. And so we went through all of that, just as a first playthrough, and do a test to see, 1, how the game played, and 2, how everyone's going to like the game, to see if it's something everyone's going to be a part of, and so on and so forth. This time I'm adding a little more of the basalt gray to it. I want a little bit of a darker tone, and some of this. And then I'm going to come back and highlight with brighter red, just almost pure scarlet later on. So I want it a little darker on top here. And so now we're going to add our water to this mixture. And this is a super, I think I got this off the dollar store brush. So I really don't care at all about this brush. Just for you guys thinking, oh my gosh, he's overloading the brush. I am aware. And I really don't care about this brush in any way, shape, or form. But the big thing about this one is going to be just getting that coverage on. So, and then once we get this into those recesses and all over everything, then we'll come back through and worry about the highlights and do all the details with the fine brush work. These models, I mentioned it in the unboxing video. If you guys haven't seen it, go back and look at the unboxing videos. It is, oh, sorry, had to grab one of my rags I use to get the overspill. Go back and watch the unboxing videos, because I talk in depth about the details of these models. I can't speak high enough about the amount of detail that they put in on these guys. It really is quite a lot of detail. And on these models, or these figures, it's, God, I keep saying it's one of my pet peeves in real life, is just the amount of details that are on these models. the individual scales that you'll see on like Andronath and Toby Kadachi. It's incredible how much detail they went into. I actually emailed Steamforged Games, and I haven't heard anything back, so I don't know if they just ignored me or if it's in their queue or not. I emailed customer service because I was asking my son, the one who bought the game, was asking if I could do a different version of Andronath, because he likes the Folger Andronath, the lightning one from Frostborn, and they don't, with the Frostborn box they have coming out, they don't have the Folger Andronath with it. So I was emailing customer service and asking, is there a way to get another Andronath statue somewhere, so I could do that second one in a Folger Andronath style for him. But again, I haven't heard anything back, so I don't know if it's just, customer service is taking a while or what exactly is going on. So here we are, just trying to pick out, and this is the method to my madness. I'm not worried, and this is what I've done on all of them. I'm not worried about the details right now. I mean, you could call this the slap chop method or whatever. I'm just trying to pick out the highlights for these bony bits, these scales. I know it's blocking in with where I had the bone wraith or the bone white down here on the neck. And what I'm going to end up doing, and what I've done when I've mixed up with the other models, is that's going to end up being blended in just like a skin would be. You're not going to have, gosh, I keep saying you're not going to have in real life a lot of times where the line between this and that is going to be a hard edge. Most of the time there's going to be some blending in. And so when I come back with the bone white, doing a smaller brush like this, I can touch up those highlights where I want them to be. But right now I want to get the red, because the predominant color on this boy is going to be red. And he actually is a boy. I did some research on this during the rabbit hole of getting the colors right and everything. Rathalos is a male and a Rathian is the female. So, yeah, in case you're curious. I went down the rabbit hole of all this stuff just to try to find pictures of the colors and everything. So, could do a drinking game out of every time I say, take a drink. How about that? That's what happens when you don't have a script. All those, like Ninja and everything, guarantee you they've got scripts. I don't have a script, guys. I just winging this here. So here I'm getting my bone white. This is all mixed up still from last night. I don't have to use I have a vortex mixer I got off Amazon, really cheap, and it does amazing work. This years and years ago, we're talking probably 10 plus years ago, I bought the entire Game Color set. It's probably been over 10 years ago now, and it's been sitting, in the container, like this forever, and it separated very badly. And I thought, I'm never going to get this mixed back up. But I bought a vortex mixer. Originally, I bought a nail polish mixer, and it went side to side like this. And it did an okay job, but it couldn't mix up these game color bottles. It just wasn't powerful enough to really mix it up. But I bought a vortex mixer off Amazon, a Intel Lab, INTLLAB, Intel Lab vortex mixer, VM370 model. It was like $25. I mean, you can get vortex mixers that are 100, 200, 300, whatever. This was a cheap one I got off Amazon, and it mixed up this paint in about 45 seconds to a minute of running it. It mixed up all that separated color and mixed it up perfectly. So can highly recommend that vortex mixer for what you need to do. But I just propped the statue of Rathalos over here. I have a small little desktop fan that just keeps air circulating here in the garage for me. It never shuts off. I never turn it off, just to keep the garage cool so none of the aerosol cans I have in here explode, basically. But it also just keeps me cool. But I propped the Rathalos over there to help dry it off real quick while I'm doing this. And then I'm waiting for it to dry off the paint so I can come back through and touch up the other parts that I messed up. And so I'll touch up. I'm going to do another video here because I'm going on almost, a little over 17 minutes right now. And I always try to keep them under about 15 or so because I don't want you guys to get bored with me. But so I'll probably do another video here and do some of the bone white, and then we'll start picking out highlights with some of the blacks and scarlet reds and stuff to bring it out. But yeah, that's what I got, guys. I'm enjoying painting these. It's a nice break from the Tyranids, keeping my hobby mojo fresh. And my kids, my son who bought this set, loves the models, loves how they turned out. I can't wait to show you all 4 completed. Then after that, I've got another 4 from the main box set for Wildspire Wastes. And then I bought and surprised him. I bought another box set of an Elder Dragon for him and surprised him with that a couple weeks ago. So if you've been doing the drinking game of the ums, you're probably pretty sauced right now. So enjoy that, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, help me out. I'm almost at 100 subscribers, so that kind of makes me feel good. You know, anything to help the mental health nowadays, because there's a lot of stuff to be kind of not happy about in this day and age. So just turn in the Rathalos to get another spot of it dry. But yeah, I'll come back with another video and we'll keep going with it. All right. Appreciate your time. Have fun. See you soon.